following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tommy O'Brien, and Darrell Martin.
Welcome, folks. Tom O'Brien, we do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials down 45, Nasdaq's off 18, S&Ps are off 5.5. We have gold trading. We're down 250 at 1342. Silver's down 22 cents at $19.87. You have the 10-year note flat, the 30-year bond up 3 ticks. And good old King Dollar. King Dollar's on the move once again. It's up 74 ticks after rejecting lower price yesterday. Prior day, we're at 95.45. The euro's at $1.12. The yen is at 101. And folks, if you haven't test drove the Nadex platform, great time to do it. Come over to our website at TFNN. You can see the banner on the top, on the side. You can bring up the platform. They'll put $25,000 of paper money into your account, and you can follow along with us as we trade these defined option contracts. And volatility's here once again. To
the upside so far, right?
Well, I guess what I was just going to say is that the Nasdaq and the NDX has the upside, but what has happened is that, which was really surprising, is that the Dow Industrials yesterday couldn't make it through the gap down from September 9th.
Yes.
The S&Ps just made it. They made it by 3 pennies, and then they gave it up this morning. So today's a big day. If I don't see the Nasdaq coming back inside the range right now, but what's going to happen if we close like right here? You're going to have the Dow fail on a price and volume on a weekly basis and not change a trend, and you have the S&P do that, which after that it seemed like a big day, Fed day.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Yeah.
That's unusual.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you have been following us, folks, on Monday, so when we talk about the Nadex product, I sold 5 contracts.
Yeah, binary options at 21.14.
Right.
Market was at like 21.43 at that time, so you had about 29 points to the downside, and we sold them on Monday morning for Friday expiration. So they're still active, if you got movement, but it doesn't look like that.
But I don't expect it.
Yeah,
I just want to bring it up.
Right. No, they'll cover it.
Right.
Now, interestingly enough,
what was the other one?
That's the upside, right?
We were talking about going both sides at one point.
I believe it was going to be 21.72, which it actually went above at one point.
Okay.
I'm just pulling them up, so I'm going into now the.
And so if I didn't take those off to either get half my money back, I'd be in a losing position of both of them right now. Because it's at 62, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. So you're looking for the movement. And the first day, the movement was there, that's for sure.
Yes, I'm just pulling it up. 21.74.50. That's what it was.
And when the Fed announced...
let's see. I don't think we ever quite got that high.
Really? Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I only put one side on in this particular
there
case,
it is.
right?
Yeah. Because, you probably would have been looking for it to maybe at least touch that level if you were going to even trade out of one side.
To have it made worth 50 cents, right? Yeah.
And then you did get pretty close.
Right.
Talking about within 2 points.
Okay.
For a 30-point move away.
Right.
So
there
was potential there. It was close. But we'll see what happens. We'll see if there's any value. Now, you don't have to get exactly 100 of value in there too.
No,
let's say you get a big day and it gets even in the realm of reaching it. Maybe you could take some value off the table.
Oh, I would. Why not?
Right.
Because now you're talking about a time sequence too.
Yeah, I mean the realistic nature of that closing underneath 21.14 would be a really horrible day.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Seriously.
So if that even came into the realm of possible, probably taking that value off the table would be a smart move.
Yeah. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
If we go over to the NDX, okay, so let's look inside the NDX, the strength versus the weakness. So out here today, the strength is QVC. That's up 1.4%. Regeneron's up 0.8. Bed Bath & Beyond is up 0.7. And what is that one? Let's see. Oh, T-Mobile is up 0.7.
What was the first one? QVC?
QVC. That's Liberty Financial. That's QVC TV.
Oh, is
and
it?
all
Okay,
that.
I just want to make sure. Yeah.
Right. Taken away from it is Alexa Pharmaceuticals down 2.5%. Yahoo's down 1.9%. That's the data breach, which is huge.
Yeah, that's a trip for sure.
Vodafone's down 1.8%. And Facebook. Facebook's a big one.
Interesting.
What happened with Facebook is that they came out, and it's going to be interesting to see. Let me see if there's any volume on this way down first. Yeah, there's some volume. So Facebook came out and said that it gave. I thought it'd be down further than that. Facebook rapid growth has been tightly linked to convincing advertisers that people are watching more videos on its social network. Now the company is disclosing that it has been given marketers an inflated number for the average time being spent viewing online clips. This is pretty wild, man. I mean, the company, owner of the world's largest social network, boasted the figure by counting only a video as viewed if it had been seen more than 3 seconds. Not included in the calculation was when a person didn't watch or watched for less than 3 seconds. Facebook said it has taken steps to fix the problem and that advertisers weren't overcharged.
That's where there's not really an incentive to fix the problem.
Yeah, I know.
So we'll see what.
You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I
think the market knows. Just to put it that Facebook has never disappointed, though. No matter what, people are going to keep giving Facebook money, I think.
Yeah, are we? That's the first thing I thought about. We are, right?
For sure. Might look a little closer, though.
Yeah, right.
We'll
you stay right there. Tommy and I come right back, folks.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow Industrials down 48. You get the Nasdaq down 21. S&Ps are down 5. And if you haven't checked out the Nadex platform, folks, great time to do it. So can we just look at this platform for a second? Because Monday, we have big day Monday. Monday night.
The election.
Trump and Clinton, okay? So this is going to be really cool setting up Monday morning weekly options.
Sure, definitely.
So when we can we on the weekly options, do they have weekly options on all the indices?
Yes, all the major indices for sure.
Okay. And then
and those are gonna open late Sunday night though.
Late Sunday night.
So we can't look at them yet.
But I can wait till Monday morning.
Yes. Definitely. Right.
It really has to do with the volatility that I expect in the marketplace because my take on this, folks, is that this will be just like a Fed meeting on Tuesday morning.
Sure,
do you know what I'm saying?
I agree. Totally.
You know, and so what you'll have, it starts at 9 o'clock Eastern time, goes to 10:30 Eastern time.
Yep.
At night.
Yes.
Monday
night.
That's going to that's going to affect, I suspect, Asia because Asia opens up
world markets.
Right. So.
Asia, Europe, and then us, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And then our discussion. Terry and the dentist saying, what happens if Hillary wins the debate? What happens if Trump wins? We don't know. That's what's going to be so cool.
Yeah.
We're going to know Tuesday morning.
And it might not even matter who wins. It might just be the market waking up to
chaos.
Exactly. Just the chaos that's going to come leading up for the next 6-7 weeks.
Right.
Because what are there, 3 debates right now that are scheduled? I think there are
3 debates, and that's 3 debates is a lot, folks, because September, October, November. Oh yeah, because you're talking 6 weeks before November 8th.
Yeah. We'll see. I think so.
Yeah, that's going to be wild.
Yeah. No, I agree.
And life will go on, and the sun will come up in the morning. There's no doubt about that.
That's what the market knows right now, I think.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be so sure of it when the market has to watch those debates too.
And listen, there is no doubt. Well, you know, when we talk about the Federal Reserve, folks, and you talk about we were watching the Fed the whole way up, right? In the market-wise until until their meeting. This morning, what ends up happening? The reason the dollar is strong again, right? Watch this. This is unbelievable. So they had 3 dissenters inside the Federal Reserve that wanted to raise rates.
Okay.
One of them happened to be the Rosengren, who's the Federal Reserve president out of Boston, right?
Okay.
And this guy used to be the biggest dove.
Okay.
What does he do? He comes out this morning and he's arguing why they should be tightening right now. So this whole cycle's starting all over again.
Yes, right.
In a couple of days.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing though? You know. So
especially if he's unhappy, right? As in he wants it to change.
Yes.
So that's he is going to be vocal because he can't talk leading up the week of the beating, right? So
and this is what's so cool. That's what this is about. That's why he came out. He came out today to explain his dissent from his colleagues and why. So he's making his case.
Sure.
You know? Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. It's like, oh my God.
It's a committee, FOMC, right?
It is. It is. Now, this never happened. You're right. You're right. This started to happen under Bernanke. This never happened under Greenspan. And prior to that, they were the hammers. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But what happened is that they claim that, there's more, there is more transparency now.
Yeah, and I think it's really probably something where like those people just have the ability, the board members, to get their voice out, whereas they didn't. I mean, what do you do in the early '90s? Like the papers aren't interviewing you necessarily as much as they're interviewing the Fed chair.
That's correct.
Whereas now you can just say something and the internet will take it and run with it, and like you say,
it's all changed.
That's
it's
so
all.
I think
changed.
it's just those people realizing like, hey, guess what? We don't have to. We can talk and have an impact, and if we disagree, we can have that impact.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And as you said,
they've been empowered a little bit.
Yes.
For sure. Just by that, the dissemination of whatever they're saying across the internet and news and.
They have.
Yeah.
Oh, it's empowered everyone.
Because it's funny. You go back like even CNN was just starting. You know, they didn't have this constant where everything was just coming out. It was just like big news networks, big newspapers, right?
And they could pick what they want.
That's what,
Right. There's no such thing as picking what you want anymore.
No.
Yeah. In fact, anyone can pick what you want. You just got to figure out how do you get the audience, and you go from there.
Sure.
Which is pretty amazing. Let's go take a look at the Dow Industrials and see the strength versus the weakness inside the Dow. So the strength inside the Dow is ExxonMobil. That's up 0.6%. DuPont's up 0.4. You have Verizon up 0.3, and JP Morgan's up 0.3. Taken away from it, Cisco is down 0.9. Visa's off 0.8. Intel's down 0.7, and Traveler's off 0.6. The Dow is intriguing because I guess it would make sense, you know, with the stronger dollar, Dow stocks could get hurt more because they're more international.
Yes.
You know, but that number right there from that downdraft on September 9th is a big one. It's 18,404. And, you know, yesterday you couldn't make it. And you get back inside this. What will end up happening back inside this, folks, on the daily and on the weekly, it's like, okay, we're right where we were, which is just crazy. Going all the way back to July 15th. You know what's really cool? If you listen to David White, folks, he's on from 2 to 3 every day. And I think he has a real point. And what he's been talking about is that the Fed would love to see the market just stay in between this small range for like a couple years and die as values catch up with the market. Do you know what I mean? Because it really, on a fundamental basis, I can see that. You know what I mean? Because if we were in the Fed, it'd be like, okay, you know, we definitely don't want it to go down.
Sure.
And we know that all this free money, if it goes up too quick, we have to go up on rates too quick, because it's, you know, so it's like, you know, can we do that juggling act?
Yeah.
Now, I personally don't think they can, because markets are bigger than anything.
Sure.
But I like the theory.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Just
No, I can see that.
Yeah, I mean,
sure.
do you know what I mean? It's just like, get 2 or 3 guys out, or women out, go over one side, then go to the other side, and some of the high volume stocks out here, folks. This is what we have. You have, let's see, we already did Cisco. You got Procter & Gamble's down 47 cents. You got Walt Disney's off 14. You got Johnson & Johnson off 63. Home Depot's off 52. Caterpillar down 4. No big deal there. I suspect coming into Monday, there's going to be a lot of decent trades, even for the dailies or for the weeklies, inside the Nadex platform, particularly because if that dollar really gets some traction, that is going to move commodities, and that's going to move the markets around quite a bit. If we go take a look at that dollar, and in fact, you can trade the currency. That's the other side of it.
Yeah, you can trade almost anything. It's going to be interesting in terms of, you know, not often these days are there events that everybody is glued to the same exact thing.
Yeah.
You know, and this is going to be one of them. It still happens, you know, talk about probably whether it was, you know, Obama's inauguration. There's certain things, right, where it's like, but this one has some potential for chaos in terms of just how many people are going to be watching the effect.
It does. And an hour and a half.
It's a long time to have, you know, a majority of the country's attention.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Particularly this day and age.
That's what I'm talking about, right? For
right.
everyone to be directed the same thing to that level. We'll see what kind of effect it has.
I got my popcorn.
Yeah, get it ready, man. Yeah. Get a couple bags.
I bought you some.
Good. Perfect. Perfect.
You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Dow Industrials down 40. Nasdaq's off 18. S&Ps are off down 4.5. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
If you're looking to discover a new financial resource and diversify your financial portfolio, consider the new Market Safe Focused Commodity CD from Everbank. This 5-year U.S. dollar-denominated CD gives you exposure to 6 equally weighted commodities, including gold, silver, copper, nickel, soybeans, and sugar, in one powerful CD. With annual pricing caps of 50% per component, you could earn up to a 50% upside payment at maturity if the commodities increase in value across annual pricing dates. And should the opposite occur, your principal capital is 100% protected. Keep in mind, returns are based on CD performance. There is no annual percentage yield or periodic rate of interest on this index CD. Don't miss out. Take advantage of this financial resource designed to grow with the times. The October 13th funding deadline will be here before you know it. So hurry over to everbank.com/TFNN for the CD's term sheet and other important product details and disclosures. Once again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. This advertisement is sponsored content. Everbank is a member FDIC.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now, you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow down 40. You get the NASDAQ off 18. S&Ps are down 9. If we go over and we take a look at that oil contract, let's see what oil is doing. CLX6. Yeah, this is going to be... So oil's having a tough time getting over this 46.5 area. And as we come off those lows, you know, you can see that the last couple of days the contract volume is dying on the vine here. Yeah. Let's go to natural gas for a second. See what happened with natural gas. Natural gas. Where is she? Natural gas. There we go. So $3.04. So this is going to be interesting. So, you know, natural gas numbers. It got over that 320. It looks like what the 324 are you dealing with there?
The high here?
Yeah.
Like 317, 18,
okay.
316, 6.
And it came back inside the range.
Yeah.
You know, so that's saying, let's see how we get on the outside of that. So that consolidation's in place. That's quite a big consolidation. The bottom of that consolidation is 276.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And in the natural gas market, that is a big consolidation.
Can you take a look at the FTSE 100? So
yes.
I've seen headlines this morning saying the FTSE and then looking at the pound.
Okay.
So same thing that we were looking at yesterday, right?
Yes.
So maybe it was talking about yesterday's big upward day. So this is in...
That's in pounds. So the FTSE is
yeah.
at highs.
So just looking at yesterday's day. Let's see what yesterday's day looks like.
In dollars,
where we go,
right?
Dollars, yeah.
First, yeah.
Yeah, that's still a decent day, but look at where we are today.
I know.
And that's because I think
wow.
the dollar's movement today.
You got to see that. That's crazy,
so
right?
day by day, you can see that we're basically where we opened yesterday.
Yeah, or the close the day before. It's
But just look at here. Look at where we opened in pounds, just to put it.
right.
So you think, but again,
Wow.
more and more trapped within the country of Britain. If
See,
I mean, just
this is a great lesson.
just day by day, you can see dramatically.
It is,
Yeah.
and and I talk about King Dollar all the time, folks. But this is a much better lesson, really understanding how King Dollar affects markets worldwide.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
Because King Dollar hasn't even moved that much today. I mean, do you know what I mean? It's we're talking 75 ticks or something up, but yet when you look at it in the correlation of that pound, bottom line,
This bar basically just jumps all the way back down to here.
yeah, it's giving it up. That's pretty wild, man.
It is.
That's
Now put it so from 69.10 to like, where are we looking?
68.34. I think,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. So like 75 points you're talking about,
Right.
and only a 7,000 point indice.
So that's over 1%, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it gives it up like when the dollar just moves.
Right. Yeah. Pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. It is. What I'm still trying to. I've been trying to wrap my head around this for a long period of time, but what happens is that I don't quite understand why, when the yen gets weaker, metals go down so quick.
Okay.
It's like, man, okay, so why does that happen? Because I remember the first time this happened, like it was 2002 or something. The yen jumped, wake up in the morning, and that's when gold, folks, was only trading at like 425, and then gold opened at like 390. I was like, what just happened here?
Yeah.
And so there's some correlation that happens that is pretty dramatic and it's like, okay, why? I mean, it's not that the Japanese buy all the gold in the world. They don't. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
But that correlation is pretty intense, so it's something that I've always watched. And now you can actually watch it. Sometimes it's so, I guess, beta-driven. You'd say beta. It almost feels like it's 1-to-1. If the yen goes up, gold goes down. Other times it falls apart
Sure.
a little bit, okay? But
Yeah.
right now...
As to how correlated it is.
How correlated it is. And right now, it's really correlated, big time. Let's go over and take a look at that bond market, because the bonds, I guess, will continue. I see the bonds failed again this morning. The 30-year bond got to a price point of 168.08. We've done 87,000 contracts, and that's going to be going into, I believe, 320,000 or something. 334,000. And this looks like it's setting up this is a large ABC down. And that's what we got. These rates want to go higher. And I guess when the 10-year right now it's still at 1.625. So if you're going to refinance, folks, go do it. Because that means you're still going to get a great rate. You're going to get 3.55 on a 30-year. What's intriguing? That what is happening, too, is that the 15 years haven't gone down that much, because I was looking at them. So the 15 years right now, you get a 3.15.
Okay.
With a 30-year, you can get a 3. Did I just say 3.5 or 3.35? No,
3.55.
3.55, right. And, it's like, hold it. When I look at that, it makes much more sense to go out for 30 years. You want to go out the furthest you can for the cheapest amount of money, right?
Sure.
What you really want to do is get negative rates, which would be pretty cool.
You do, yeah. You want to go out and get paid to have a mortgage. Sure.
Listen, in Europe, in a couple countries in Europe, they are getting paid.
Yeah.
Let's go to Mike in Dallas. Hey, Mike, what's going on?
How you doing today?
We're
Hey,
doing
Mike.
great, man. How you been?
Been doing good, thank you.
Good.
Say,
Good.
Tom, I was wanting to ask you, is there any kind of relationship at all between gold and NASDAQ?
I don't see it, no. What I do see, and this is what has been kind of going on, it was happening quite a bit yesterday, and I've seen it in the past, is that it seems like yesterday when the S&P stock giving it up, not the NASDAQ, but it was actually the gold and silver equities that start coming down first, that start putting pressure on the S&Ps, and that almost didn't make any sense. But then when Tommy and I were just walking through the dollar now, and he was pulling up the different correlation, what I realized that it's the dollar. So what happens is that when the dollar moves higher, it hits the gold and silver equities first. But simultaneously, what I was missing yesterday is that that was hitting the S&Ps too. And so that is the correlation,
Okay, so it's the dollar and gold, not...
It's the
And then
dollar.
that
Yes, it
affects-
is. It's the dollar and picture, this is what's pretty cool, actually, when I start really thinking it through. The dollar, it makes sense that it's going to hit the commodity market first. And inside the commodity, so picture, folks, is that when you have the physical metal versus the equities, the equities have a leverage of about 3 to 1 of the, that's why people like the equities, okay? Because
Right.
So it's going to hit the equities first, then it hits the commodity, and then it makes sense that it's hitting the S&P because they're large stocks and they're international stocks doing business everywhere. So if there's a stronger dollar, fundamentally, they may make less money because they have to report, the U.S. companies have to report their earnings in dollars. Right. So what does happen is that on a factual basis, if they keep money overseas, that still doesn't matter. They got to report it in dollars, which their books could look like they made less money, but if in fact they're keeping money in Britain and there's other countries, they're still going to do fine. But for the actual accounting standards, buying and selling, that is going to be less money. So.
Okay. Well, great. Well, that helps.
Okay, Mike, have a great one, man. Have a safe one. Hey, get ready Monday morning. We got weeklies coming up. We got lots of action.
Okay, thank you, Tom.
Okay. You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Dow right now is down 54. Nasdaq's off 22. S&P's are down 5. We're going to be right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow trading down 50. You get the Nasdaq off 19. S&Ps are off 4. We have gold off 230. Silver's off 22 cents. And bottom line is that there's not a lot of action on it. You get a little down action happening.
Yeah, pretty slow, calm market right now.
It is a calm market. It is a calm market. So the Patriots last night.
Quite a game, right?
Quite a game. Pretty amazing. Brady's not here, and the third-string quarterback, he didn't look like no third-string quarterback.
He did not, for sure. He played quite a game.
He's got to be so excited, man.
Yeah.
It was exciting
Did you
watching
see him when
him.
he scored that long, touchdown, and he gave the ball to Belichick on the sideline? No.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, he was just so jazzed up. I didn't even know if he meant to or planned it, or you know,
Okay.
but he had the ball and he gave it to him. It was cool. He was just all
Wow.
hyped up, of course.
That's great.
Yeah.
And I had said to you earlier, he was running a lot. I mean, it was like a college football
Oh
league.
yeah, for sure. They were
Right.
running a legitimate option, which you
Right.
don't see very often in the NFL.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild. And you were telling me that, okay, so fantasy, tell me how to play the sport. Fantasy, is it fantasy?
What was I telling you about Daily Fantasy? Those
Yeah,
sites?
Daily Fantasy, yeah.
So I've been telling you, they really have a good product. You know, and we'll see. I mean, how it goes, but they have a good product. I've been playing a little bit. You know, I don't think they're even legal right now in 12 states, or they're not in those 12 states because maybe that's where they're getting challenged from all the hoopla last year.
Okay.
But it's quite.
So you pick teams, right?
No, you pick players.
You pick players.
Yeah.
And you pick players for every game, or how does that work? Every week?
For like a weekend usually, or like a slate of games, they call it.
Okay.
So
Okay.
like, you know, there'll be players that you can choose from, just call it this week's NFL games.
Right.
And you have a salary.
Yeah.
And these players are ranked according to their probable output, their projections.
Okay.
So, you know, a bad running back's going to be cheap. A good running back's going to be expensive. So you have to choose, and you have to find value where there's a guy underpriced, but guess what? He's going to be worth a little bit more. You're speculating he's going to have a bigger game than the price is going to indicate. And that's where, you know, if there was no price, everybody would just pick the Tom Brady's, the big receivers, and they over the long haul they would do the best.
Right.
But that's where you just can't pick the best of the best. Just like an NFL team, you know, if you could pick all the All-Stars, they'd win every time. But you have to manage your salary and manage your. So that's kind of the. But it's quite a thrill, and you know the cool part about it is that there is skill to it for sure.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you got people on there that they're just picking their favorite players. They're doing whatever. They're not doing as much research, and you know you can. There's a rake, of course, right?
Yeah.
So those companies are making money.
Okay.
So you have to be better than just above the average because you have to beat the house rake.
Right.
Which is like a substantial amount, I think, on these sites. Even like like they get up to 12, 13% per contest. And you can play so many contests because that's the cool part, though, is that you can play like $2 or something. So I was saying, you know, if you happen to watch football, it is a cool deal that you can maybe put $10 or something, and that's your entertainment for a Sunday. So if you keep it in that check, you know, and that's that was kind of a point in, you know, I play poker. People have heard I play poker, and part of the, you know, thing that people would say in poker is that, you know, if you go to the Hard Rock, Tampa has as much gambling as you want, you know, right now. But you go to the Hard Rock, you can't play a game very often, definitely a poker game or anything like that. You might be able to play slots where you're just going to throw your money away for a quarter.
Right.
But you can't play a poker game for like less than maybe risking $100, maybe risking like, you know, even more than that, you know, which is a lot of money.
Right.
And you, on these online games, you can play, whether it's Daily Fantasy for like $1, right? You know, or you play a poker tournament for like $1, exactly. And that was the cool part in fantasy. So, but they have a good product. People know that, you know, in terms of especially around football. Now they do it all year. It's just
football's huge.
Football's their
in
big
general,
deal, of course.
Yeah, cheaper than popcorn at a movie. One of the Tigers says
It is, and that's the cool part of it, you know.
Right.
And basically, I just went in there and I decided to deposit a couple $100, and that's the season.
And you get to also learn all the stats of every player because you got
I
it,
know
right?
so much more about the NFL just from being interested in it. And, you know, I already would watch the Red Zone channel, which I love.
Yeah.
I don't know if people are, you know, that's where they're just jumping from game to game whenever basically somebody's in the scoring zone. So if you're playing daily fantasy, that's where really you're just watching player. Everything's interesting.
It is.
It's interesting to see where that goes, just from how, and they're saying in the dead, red zone is intense. It's really intense. Imagine if you have 40 fantasy lineups with, you know, all those different, and then... and
then you see someone score, because that changes your whole
how does that
lineup.
affect all my lineups, right?
Yeah. Have to love it.
Yeah.
Market's 24 hours.
And you sent me what's cool. How about them diverging a little bit on their business plan, right? Where they're now taking people that want to market they're taking advertisers.
Yes.
Whereas for sure, last year they were just about you can be great, and
they
had all these
the
weird advertisings. Not weird, but basically being like, "Are you brave enough to win $1 million?" and all this stuff. And they realized that got them in trouble because it was just the weirdest. Are you brave enough to win $1 million? And all this stuff. So now they're just playing it as like kind of what I'm professing, because unless you're doing a lot of homework, there's a lot of really smart people on there doing a lot of homework. So you get to choose. Like
it's entertainment.
Yeah, you either are going to be entertainment, because guess what? You're probably dead money in a way that, yes, you can win, but over the long haul, if you played it for 100 years and you're not doing the research, you're going to lose money in the long haul. But if you're spending $10 a weekend and that is your Sunday, then good for you, man.
Exactly.
And you can play 10 different games at $1 for $10. I say that seriously, and then you have 10 different lineups. We should get them on the phone and tell them to sponsor us, because it's quite an endorsement. But it is, and so but just be aware of the same thing. I watched a lot of podcasts, and what happened was, being involved in poker, there's a lot of really successful poker players that transitioned. Because guess what? It's completely legitimate, so that brings millions and millions of dollars into it. It's still a skill game where you're taking expected value of decisions. And people are really analytical. And so they so I watched a lot of podcasts that talk about it. There's game theory in the tournaments, because the tournaments are like thousands of people, even hundreds of thousands of people. You have to be the one lineup. So not only do you have to be good, you have to somehow separate yourself. So you really have to choose, like they advertise, the sleeper, or the guy that everybody isn't going to have, because you have to separate yourself. Everybody's going to have the big stars every week. So you can't be the one that happens to win out of 200,000 entries. So there's game theory, there's analytics, there's all this stuff. So I did a lot of homework before I even put like a couple $100, because
too funny.
I don't like playing games where you're dead money. I don't. The fun is thinking that you're making the right decision, I think.
Oh, no, totally.
So keep it.
And you keep getting better.
Right. So keep it in check until you do. But it'll be interesting to see where it goes, because I was telling you, man, it is like, once you get a hold of it, football's so big. They're intertwined at this point.
It's huge. No, I can see that. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. We go over and we take a look. Let's go look at the small caps. So the small caps, folks, the Russell had gone higher. Now, that being said, the Russell is not like the NDX and the NASDAQ. It's not at its highs. The high in the Russell was established in June of 2015. That high of the IWM is 129.10. Now, it looks to me like you're going to have a failure out here. Well, it's going to be really close. This is pretty amazing. The number to keep your eye on at the end of the close today on a weekly basis is $125.44. We're at $125.43. So that's good. That's a big number.
So we got a whole penny to go.
Isn't that crazy?
It is.
And if I can show you on the SPY yesterday, the SPY, I believe closed just like 217.18. And the number for failure is 217.03. So the SPY, yesterday...
Just barely.
Just barely. This is Tommy O'Brien. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. And, of course, don't forget, we got our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, coming up next. Then Think of Swim headquarters. Steve Rhodes, Dave White, and myself. Dow is down 49. Nasdaq's off 17. We're going to be right back.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. you get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
It's 2016 and TFNN has a brand new programming lineup to kick things off. Starting January 4th, Swim Lessons by Thinkorswim and TD Ameritrade will be airing 5 days a week at noon Eastern Time. Join hosts Scott Connor, Kevin Hinks, and Cindy Faber as they host their daily options program live at noon 5 days a week with no commercials for the entire hour. Nico DeHaan and Paige Clark will be moving their program, Living a Primal Lifestyle, to twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 7 a.m. until 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Wake up with Nico and Paige and start your day off right. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour by Nadex will now be live Mondays and Fridays at 10 a.m. Start and end the week with the three hosts, Tom O'Brien, Tommy O'Brien, and Darrell Martin, as they break down the world of trading binary options and spreads. For all the details on the new 2016 programming lineup, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow right now is up 49, Nasdaq's up 17, S&Ps are up 3.5. And don't forget, folks, over the weekend, you can go over to our website at TFNN, hit the Nadex banner, bring up the exchange. They'll put $25,000 of paper money to your account. You'll be ready to be trading with us out here Monday morning.
Accounts ready for next week.
Totally.
Exactly. Just be in that plan, because as I think about it right now, why not have a futures chart up while you're watching the debate?
Oh, there's no doubt. There's no doubt.
Whether you're in it or not, man, I want to see what the world is thinking.
There's no doubt.
As those moments happen.
Right.
Spike.
No, I agree.
Who knows? It could be flat. But, as I say it,
I think it's valid.
Yeah.
I think it's valid. Let's go to Lou in Nashville. Hey, Lou, what's going on?
Hey, same old, man, same old.
Hey, Lou.
Yeah.
How's Nashville going, man?
It's pretty good.
You guys coming into fall yet? It's
very little.
Very little.
Yeah, I heard it's been beautiful up there, I guess.
I miss that fall.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah,
leaves,
really
especially beautiful Nashville in the fall, for
Seriously.
sure.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Oh, one of the best, man.
About gold.
Yes.
Do you think we're going to get that pullback you're looking for?
We're talking about the equities, right?
You're right.
Yeah. I don't see, if we look, I know you want to look at NUGT. So the nugget, folks, is the direction 300% bull position of the New York Archer Gold Miners Index. Now, if we pull up, the GDX, what you're going to see here is that, and this is similar to the Archer. I can pull the Archer up, but the difference is that all the volumes are on this intraday too. That's why I'm pulling this up. And what you're going to see is that you get another failure.
Right.
What we did 2 weeks ago, this is when, the gold equity should have went, and they failed. The GDX got to 2870. You had 420 million shares, and then closed at the lows of the week. Well, what happened this week, and this is subtle, but it's pretty intense. The GDX couldn't even make it to the high of 2 weeks ago. So that to me is like, guess what? It should have been able to make it, and it didn't. So if you go over now, check this out, and this is, I encourage this, folks. If you're in this metals market, if you go over to South Africa, you can see Harmony couldn't move, GFI couldn't move. That's a heads up. That's a heads up in general. It's not that those are the best equities. Those equities, however, do produce millions of ounces of gold. You know, so that also is a heads up, man. So
Right.
I would say that the correction's not over yet. That's my take on it.
Very good. So I'm in the gold report, so I'll just...
I know we've had our hands in our pocket here for about 6 weeks. It's those pockets are taking care of us though. So okay, Lou.
So we'll see you later then.
Have a
Take
great
care, man.
one, man. Have a safe one.
You too.
Thank you.
All right.
You know, one last thing before everybody
Yes.
goes out and opens an account and starts gambling,
Yeah.
and because, you know, it's basically gambling,
Yeah,
basically
sure,
just
right.
before on this conversation, just to express how much the pros on there, and there were professional
Okay.
players really
Yeah.
play. So there's tournaments, and you think $25 is nothing, and that's one of their biggest tournaments on DraftKings, I think, and I don't even play on DraftKings, it's $25, and the winner wins $1 million for
Okay.
25, and they
Right.
constantly advertise that. Well, the winner this past week was like a pro that does content for DraftKings, and he put 150 lineups into that one contest. So he's putting $3,750 in lineups
Okay.
in this tournament that's $25.
Wow.
So just be aware that before you start saying, oh, it's only $25,
Yeah.
I'll put like a
Play
few
the
lineups.
dollar
Start
ones.
cheap if you
Yeah.
have no,
Yeah.
exactly.
Cool,
Perfect.
man. You stay right there, folks. I'm Mr. Basil Chapman's coming up next, and then of course swim lessons. Dow's down 47, Nasdaq's up 15. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Go get them, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.